Hello, I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I'll walk you through the quest line required to get beginner and skilled processing knowledge. You'll need this knowledge to process higher tier materials like plywood and pure crystals. I know this is not the kind of video I usually make, but after struggling through the Magnus quest line and knowing that this quest line is even more frustrating at times, I want to help you get through this quest line without suffering major mental damage. And since I know most of you don't want to sit through a 10-minute video, here's a summary. The major thing people are struggling with is not being able to start a quest, so I included some troubleshooting info. Also a few tips to make your life easier. If you want to hear me talk about a specific part, you can use the chapter marks in the video. And in case you struggle with completing the quest despite having read through the troubleshooting, feel free to leave a comment and I'll help you figure it out. Alright, let's start with getting beginner knowledge, and this knowledge is rewarded by a quest chain starting at 5C in Heidel. You can find the quest chain by opening your quest tab and then going to the suggested tab and scrolling down until you find a quest chain called Life Certificate Training Paradigm. And the first quest in the chain is called Learning Higher Processing Skills, and if you click on the arrow to the right, the game will set a waypoint to the quest giver. A super common problem people have is that they don't see the quest at the NPC, and this can be for one of three reasons. First, you don't fulfill the quest requirements. You can view them by hovering over the quest in the quest tab. For this quest, you either need to be Apprentice for Gathering or have completed a prerequisite quest chain. You can completely skip the prerequisite quest chain by having Apprentice for Gathering, so I highly recommend to level your gathering a bit. You can get Apprentice 4 in no time by chopping trees or sapping. The second reason may be that you don't have all quests enabled, which you can fix by clicking on the icon at the bottom of your quest tab so that all icons light up. And third, and this is somewhat rare but has happened to people, you may have started this quest in the past but not completed it, so make sure this says 0 out of 4. If it does not, then either one quest in the quest chain is already one of your active quests, or you still need to accept the quest, so just set a waypoint to the quest giver. For the first quest, we need to get 3 pieces of beginner knowledge, which you can get by completing 3 quests given by Lebius, Ornella, and Flaviano. For these quests, you will need to know 2 basic skills, gathering and processing. To gather, you want to equip your gathering tool and walk up to a resource and interact with it. Some resources allow multiple types of gathering, which are shown in the gathering wheel. Depending on your tool, you may need to rotate to the right gathering type. For example, to tan this cuckoo, I need to select tanning. How fast you gather is determined by your character's gathering ability and the gathering speed reduction of the tool. And you can check your gathering ability in the character menu. It goes up to 5, at which point you have the maximum gather time reduction, and the minimum gathering time you can get is 2.25 seconds. And before you start the quest, I recommend to get 5 out of 5 gathering ability. You can achieve this by using seafood cornmeal and video draft, which you can buy off the market. The second skill you need is processing. To process an item, open the processing menu, select a processing type, and then right-click the item you want to process in your inventory and press start. And this can result in different outcomes, and I'm just gonna put them here on screen. In any case, you won't lose any materials if you fail. Before you start though, I recommend to hit up Flaviano and buy 10 empty bottles and an improved lumbering axe, pickaxe, and tanning knife. You will need those for the quest line. Of course, you don't need to buy any tool you already have. For the actual quest, I'm just gonna let the clips run and annotate with a bit of info. If you ever get stuck, the quest description and the waypoint marker should help you get back on track. The quest description is actually quite detailed for this quest line. Alright, at this point you should have completed all 3 quests and can go back to Faisi to hand in her quest. At this point we've gotten 3 out of the 6 beginner knowledge pieces. So let's open the quest tab again and check the progression. We have 3 more quests to do. They are very similar to the previous 3, and the one difference is that you don't actually need to produce the materials, you just need to hand them in, so feel free to buy them off the market. And again, I'm just gonna play out the clips. I choose to gather the materials myself to show you how to do it. Once you hand in Laura's quest, you have completed the first quest chain and have all 6 pieces of beginner knowledge. For the skilled quest, you want to make your way to Kaplan. You can track the quests on the quest tab under Suggested and then Life Certificate Skill Paradigm. And the first quest on the chain is called Excellent Magnate and is given by a villager next to the Kaplan blacksmith. The next part is arguably the hardest part of the whole quest chain, that is actually being able to see the quest. A lot of people struggle with this, and there are basically 3 ways in which things can go wrong. First, you may not fulfill the quest requirements. For this quest you need to have Processing Professional 5 and Gathering Skill 10. If you need to level Processing, you can heat Flax into Flax Thread, and to level Gathering you can collect Timber, Sap or Herbs for the best XP. You also need all 6 pieces of beginner knowledge from the beginner quest chain. You can check if you have them by opening the Knowledge tab and then going to Life Skill Certificates. And the second reason may be that you don't have all quests enabled, so make sure to enable all quest types in the Quests tab at the bottom. And third, in rare cases people have started the quest line in the past but not finished it. Again, you can check this in the Quest tab, so here make sure it says 0 out of 17. If it does not, then you either have one of the quests running as an active quest, or you have not accepted it, in which case you can just set a waypoint to the quest giver to accept it. Once you are actually able to start the quest line, it's pretty easy sailing. I trust that if you have made it this far into the game, you can complete the quest line on your own. If you struggle at any point, then the quest description and the waypoint of the quest are actually pretty good indications for what to do. If you want to avoid running back and forth a bunch, I recommend getting all the required materials in advance. I'll put them on screen. Generally, you will need to produce the item it says on the quest. In rare cases, you just need to hand the item in, and those items are marked in green. Also, some materials marked in blue are given as a reward by the previous quests, so you don't need to bring them yourself. Even if you have all the materials ready, you will be running around quite a bit, so I recommend to bring a fast horse. And finally, there's a potential roadblock in the quest called The Best Hide. It asks you to produce Supreme Soft Hide, which requires Shaking Skilled. For some reason, this knowledge is not given as a quest reward, but you need to collect it from your Rewards tab. You can check if you have the knowledge under Life Skill and then Certificates. Once you completed all 17 quests in the chain, you will have all 6 pieces of skilled knowledge. Congrats, you made it. I know this questline is a hassle, but it's also a decent tutorial on how to do all kinds of processing. In any case, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have questions about anything, feel free to write a comment, and I'll see you in a future video. Take care!